folks, welcome back to Pinto Code, and today we'll be learning about how to write Markdown. You must have always come across readme.md file whenever you are contributing to any open source project or whenever you're writing to any blog that require syntax of the Markdown language. So yeah, we'll be learning about Markdown and their syntax. So without wasting any time, let's move further. So you're at my computer screen and we'll be opening VS Code by opening our git bash and typing code dot. Till it open, let's discuss something about Markdown. So basically Markdown is a scripting language that is very lightweight. So Markdown is rapidly used in content writing in some blog post websites or GitHub readme.md file. You must have used readme.md file, I think, if you're an open source contributor, or I should give an introduction of readme.md file. So before, let's make a file of extension Markdown. So let's name it as learn.md. okay, so yeah, we have created the .md file, which is the extension for the Markdown. So let's first discuss what is readme.md file. So basically it's a simple plain text file that contain basic information of the file and some guides. It's usually used to write basic documentation, most popularly used in repository providers like GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket. So yeah, let's move forward by telling that how to write a plain text. So basically, just like other editors, you just have to write the plain text here also. So let's type, this is the video for Markdown. Okay, so now let's come to the heading part, how to write a heading. Just like in HTML you write h1 or h2 till h6, the same way here we use hash. So the number of hash we use, we define the number of h1 to h6. So let's, for example, we use hash one times, we use hash two times, which means h2. We use hash three times, which means h3. We use hash four times, which means h4. We use hash 5 times, we means h5. And if we use hash 6 times, which is the last we mean h6. So let's write here this only, this. In the sideways you can see that our what we say, the size of this is decreasing in the preview. Oh sorry, I have written thsi. So let's change it to this. Yeah, so you can see the size of this has been decreased. So you must be confused like how the preview has opened directly. I'm using actually an extension which is the auto open Markdown preview. So it's actually open the preview whenever it sees any extension of the Markdown. So yeah, this is the heading part. Let's first of all name it to be heading, and let's comment it. Yeah, so now let's come to the how we can make any text italics. Okay, so let's first of all give the heading here also italics. Okay, so now let's move forward. So basically the syntax of italics is just to write underscore italics or whatever you want to write, and then again underscore. So you can see it has converted to it has just tilted the text here. So if I remove one of the underscore, you can see the text has again changed to a simple text. Okay, so this is how we convert into italics. Other than that, let's move how to make any text bold. Okay, so we usually use 2* and then we write the code. So let's say bold here only. Let's capitalize B, bold. Okay, and then again 2*. So you can see that it has made the text bold. So let's comment it to be bold, or in other language most I think some of the people say it as strong text. And here we can write is at italics text. Okay, So let's move forward. Now let's see how we can convert any text into italic as well as bold. So we use 3 star here instead of 2 star, and let's say italics and bold. Okay, so now you can see oh, I have missed one of the star. Yeah, so now you can see it has made the text bold and tilted a little bit. So you can see it has made it italic as well as bold. So let's comment it to be italic and bold. Okay, so now comment it and let's move forward. So now let's discuss how to scratch any word. Like we usually use it to like cut any text. So how do we do so? We usually use this symbol 2 times, and then let's for example we use 1000 and then again this symbol. So you can see that it has made a line in between of the text, or you can type any text like this. So it will again like scratch up in the text. So I usually say it to be as scratch any line, scratch any text you can say, scratch any text. Okay, so let's comment this also. So now let's move forward to now let's discuss about how to apply link to any of your markdown file. So this the syntax for this is to, let's first of all give it a comment, and then let's type in down of it. So the syntax of it is to usually use this, then this round brackets, and yeah, so this is the syntax of it. So here we include the title to show, and here we include the link which will direct the what we say the text to any website or any URL. Okay, let's use it. So you can see that it has come like a hyperlink here again. So whenever we click here, it will take us to whichever site or URL you want to go. Okay, so now let's move forward. So it will first of all just a note, it will not work if the link is not proper, like you have not used the HTTP or HTTPS and then slash and then colon and whatever the whole format is. Okay, so now let's discuss how to add image. So first of all, let's comment it by saying as image adding. Okay, so now let's comment it. So how I'm commenting it is it's basically what we say predefined code of VS Code that we use ctrl plus / it comments it. Okay, so basically the code for adding the image is use the exclamation mark, and then we use the front and back bracket, and then we use the parenthesis. So basically this is the code for, or we can say the syntax for the image adding. Okay, so basically these what square brackets will include the whatever you want, whatever alternative text that you want to include when if the image is not shown. So let's name it as alternative text only. Okay, so here you can see it shows the alternative text here only, because I have not added any link to it or any image to it. So it will include the link to image. Okay, so now let's move forward to how to make or any text look like a code. So most of the time in markdown, if we have we are writing any blog, we use to write any code to show any, like this is the code part. So we usually do it by using the backtick, and under that we will write all the code that we want. So let's for example use this is my code. Okay, so you can see that it has come out with a different color. It is a different color in VS Code, and it is different colored in other editors. So basically I'm using the dark theme of VS Code, that's why it's showing it in this color. Basically usually it's in a grayish color. Okay, so now let's discuss further on how to like get all the syntax of a particular programming language. Okay, so first of all, let's comment it to be adding code format, and then comment it. Okay, so now let's move forward to add to use any code itself. Okay, so we usually use three backticks, and under that we write all the code, like and note that it's required to write the coding language here. So like for example, if I'm writing in JavaScript format, I will write JavaScript. Okay, and under that I will write all the code. Like for example, I want to write var name is equals to my name, let's say Gaurav. Okay, then I'm writing console dot log name. Okay, sorry, yeah, this. So you can see that it has made a black box, and under that it has shown the colored text, which can be due to the pretty or pretty extension, or any other extension due to which it's showing the like the VS Code example here. Okay, now let's comment this also as what we can say it as syntax of particular programming language. Yeah, syntax of particular programming language. Okay, so now let's move forward. Let's let me first scroll it down a little bit, and let's move to the file part here only, or let's close the file part. Okay, so now let's move forward and let's add. Before that, I want to tell you some more points on it of how to add the black quotes. Okay, so let's first of all comment it black quotes. Okay, commented to add the black quotes. So basically we can say it to be as let's first of all use it. So we usually use the this symbol, and then we write whatever we want. This is block code quote. Sorry, quote. Okay, so you can see that it has come out with this blue part. So basically this is just to quote any text we want. Okay, in a block, so the name itself defines it. Okay, so now let's move further to add any horizontal line. So basically to add any horizontal line, we either usually use this. So you can see after adding this, you can see a horizontal line, or we usually use triple dash, or we can also even use 3 underscore. Okay, so these three are the what we say the syntax for adding the horizontal line. So just we can say horizontal line and comment it. Okay, so now we have added the horizontal line as well. Now let's move forward to the table part. Okay, so now to add a table, we use the syntax of, let's first of all again comment it table and then comment it. Okay, so now to add a table, we usually use this, and then table, then this, then what we say, yeah, we can say right goes here. Okay, so then to give it a what we say, to divide the table, we usually use this syntax. The number of time you will use these dashes, the more area the table will have. So you can see that the table has the first divided line right here. So after that you don't need to add any line, because we just need to divide the table with the heading part, right? So now you can just write let's example 1, then 2, then 3, then let's say 4, 5 and 6. So now you can see that the VS what we say, the markdown has automatically give the table a very light shaded line that divides the other column, or sorry, the other rows. Okay, so this is how you make the table. Then after that, to like what we say, to make list, like write down. Okay, let's name it as list and comment it out. To write any list, so basically we all know that there are two types of list, ordered list and an unordered list. Okay, so let's first discuss the ordered list and comment it. So the ordered list is just you have to do your work one dot and whatever you want to write first, you can say first list. Okay, then 2 dot second list. Okay, then 3 dot third list. Okay, so this is how you write the ordered list. Then let's move to the unordered list. Unordered list, it looks bad, so let's unordered list and then comment it. And yeah, so for that we usually use a dash and then write the same thing. So I'm lazy so let's copy and paste right down here only, and then the same way we will have again 3 dashes more to write it down, like here, space and then this. So basically please note down here that use of these space is very much like useful. So you have to remember that which syntax will have space and which syntax will not have space. Okay, so like for example, these quotes will not have these spaces. Like for example, if I give them a space here and here, it will stop working. Okay, so use of the space are very useful. So these are the ordered list and unordered list. Just a bonus point if I have to add here is to use the nested list. So let's nested list. So you must have used the nested loop or any code like that. So basically nested means that list under list. So for that we usually do like for example, first of all let's use the star and give it as the first level, and then tab, and then we use the dash and type second level, and then we again give a tab, and then we use the plus symbol and then give the third level. Okay, so here you can see that first one was a colored dot, then the second one was an uncolored dot with a white boundary, and the third one was a square or we can say the colored square. Okay, so this is what is a nested loop list. So now let's move forward. So yeah, I think this is the basic markdown that will be used in your day-to-day life. And I just want to share some more points here, that if you want to know more, I've just written what do you say, a blog right down here. So basically, first of all, let's me show how a markdown is used in to write any blog. So this is a blog that I have written on how to start open source contribution. Let me show you how I wrote it. Or so basically, you can see that I have used the second or we can see the second heading, and you can see some of the syntax right down. Yeah, this is the points. So let me show you the preview of GitHub, right? Yeah, so these are the points you can see here. Okay, or you can say the unordered list. Okay, so this is the this is usually used to give a horizontal line, as I have taught you in the previous. So this is how we write a blog. And to show you any readme, so this is my readme, or you can say my profile. So this is how readme preview is. And to show you the how a readme.file looks like, so this is how a readme.file looks like. So this is the unordered list that I have used. Some of the syntax in readme .md file we can use is the HTML syntax only. And yeah, so now let's first of all see what I have written for the markdown, or what blog I have written for markdown. So this is the blog that I have written, how to write markdown. Okay, so in that I have written all about markdown, like what is markdown, some of the markdown editor. Let's for example open this markdown editor where you can practice the markdown right from here only. Like let's for example, if I want to use any unordered list, we list, so you can see the output here or the preview here. Okay, so these are the three markdown editor that I was using when I was a beginner. So you can also use these. So this is whole syntax tutorial of, so you can see here that I have used the syntax for adding the image. This is the link and it shows the image. It looks cool, right? Yeah, so these are the three ways on how to give a horizontal line. And this is the whole, and I have given in the last the escape character. So basically this is if you want to use the hash symbol or any markdown symbol, but you do not want to the markdown editor to like recognize it as a the what we say predefined heading format, if you are using hash or if you are using dash to be a point. So we usually add a backslash here, so the markdown doesn't recognize it as a predefined syntax. Okay, so this is the whole tutorial on how to write a markdown, or how to write a readme.md, or how to write a blog, if we say in a short form. So yeah, this is all about markdown, and happy learning. Thank you.